mischief makers that the world has ever known. With all these agitators and mischief makers desire a better world for human beings to live in.
Abia Mission Nigeria is today the focus of the entire international community.
Hello there, welcome. This is another time to be on the Politics of Melody on Melody 100.7 FM. I feel so good to be here this beautiful Wednesday evening. As always, when we talk politics, it's all about pure 100% politics on Politics on Melody 100.7 FM in the city of Ibadan. My name is Pretty Adegoke. You call me the finest, the nature's finest. And of course, it is a pure political talking, political discussion on the show. It's good to have you join in the very first in the month of August 2025. Welcome to the show. Today on the show, it promises to be another exciting time. Yes, all things being equal, going to be live onto Basa. How many of you remember Basa? Of course, you must remember Basa now. Honorable Basa, that's how we call her in Oyo State. She's going to be live on the show. She's going to be live on the show, and we're going to be together discussing what is. You know, she's in another party now. She left her former party. She's in another party, and we're going to be discussing all of that, and we're going to be looking through what is Basa up to. That's where we're going this evening on the Politics on Melody. Of course, you know, as I promised you before now, we will be looking through all of the people who have one thing to do when it comes to politics in Nigeria. As we're going gradually moving towards 2027, we will be doing all of this one after the other. So welcome to the show, and this is how we go. When it's time, we connect with Basa live on Politics on Melody. First and first, let's take you through the latest political developments in Nigeria about this time. You know, so many things always developing here and there. And now one of the latest things happening as we speak right now is the protest that rocked INEC office in Abuja earlier today. A faction of the Labour Party had a protest in Abuja. What are they protesting about? They said they were omitted in the by-elections coming through. You know, there will be by-elections next week and across Nigeria. And Labour Party, the faction led by the man known as Julius Abure, is crying foul that INEC is leaving them out. Of course, what they are doing is not good enough, and that is why they had a protest in Abuja earlier. We will definitely be looking through if we can get across with the person speaking for them so that he can tell us why he had to hit Abuja for such a protest. And also, another thing happening in the political system in Nigeria right now is about the man Omoyele Sowore, what he did earlier today, because the police actually invited him, and as the police invited him, They needed him to come and answer some questions. And you know what he did? He went there straight with a traveling bag, toothpaste, clothes, his friends and allies, lawyers, and he went there like, look, I'm prepared for you guys. Let's go there now. I'm prepared for detention. I mean, so everyone has been wondering what is going on with Omoyele Show, right? Politics and power. Powerful PPP in Nigeria. I'm still talking about preparations for the election in 2027. It seems there are cracks in the APC, so in the ADC as well, because there are stories making the rounds that in Delta State, for instance, the APC in that state wanted to have a rally for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They wanted to have a rally to announce that they are in support of his aspiration for 2027 rerun for presidency. But you know what? The chairman of the party in the state, they said the man stopped the move and asked them, go inside, you will not do this. And because of that now, there is trouble in Delta State in APC. Peter Obi, days ago, told the world, look, I meant it when I said it that only one term of 4 years is what I will do if I become president in 2027 so that the North can retain power and so that the power can go back to the North in 2031. But that statement has been generating a whole lot of reactions with so many people saying Peter cannot mean it. He cannot do it. It's not even possible. That once Peter gets in there now, so many other things he will start doing. They said for Peter to be talking about JFK, Nelson Mandela, he cannot be one. So he should stop deceiving Nigerians. He is not JFK. Talking about John F. Kennedy, and he is not the man known as Nelson Rulilala Mandela, and he can't be like them, so he should just forget about it. He should face another thing. Now, somebody talked about all of these on a national television. The man was speaking and he said something concerning Peter Obi, that Peter Obi was just blabbing that the North will not vote Peter Obi because the North will not allow Peter Obi to import beer into their politics and power. The North will not allow Peter Obi to import beer into their zone after becoming the president in 2027. So many things to talk about on the show. But as I said, let me first take you to how it happened earlier today concerning Omoyele Sowore and all of the things that happened there when he attended police invitation. People thought he was joking when he said he will appear there. And he arrived at the headquarters of the Nigerian police in Abuja in a way that people didn't even believe he meant what he said. Listen to this and I'll come back and, of course, take you through it. This is Omoyele Sowore and his likes. Okay. How it happened earlier at the headquarters of the Nigerian Police Force. This is it. Let me take it and I'll be back very shortly. The scene at the headquarters of the Nigerian police today is what you heard right there, bringing it to you. How it happened earlier today at the headquarters of the Nigerian police. I told you I will be joined by Honorable Basa all the way, and we will get to ask where Honorable Basa is. We'll be joining her very, very soon. I hope Honorable Basa is with us live and direct. We'll be getting to her very, very shortly. Okay. If Honorable Basa can hear me, good evening to you, Ma. Can you hear me? Are you with me? Hello? Are you there with me, Honorable Basa? Yeah, we're trying to get to her so that we can have a conversation. Okay, so just keep it locked. Keep it locked. This is Melody 100.7 FM. Yes, I'm going to be speaking with Honorable Basa. I know so many people will be wondering, where has she been all this while? Where has she been? You want to know? You get to know very shortly. Honorable Basa, if you can hear me, are you there? Hello, can you hear me? Are you with us? Hello, Honorable Basa. Okay, if that won't work, then another will work. Let's go this way then, okay? Let's go this way. If that won't work, this will definitely work, okay? All right, let's do it this way.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now on this one. The other one is not working, so if one is not working, the other will work. I mean, can you hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, it's good.
How are you, sir?
It's good to have you, ma'am. How are you doing? It's been a long time.
I'm fine, thank you.
I mean, let all of the people listening to you, let them know who I said Honorable Basa on the line. So let's have you do the introduction yourself, so that they'll be sure we are not carrying, in this era of AI, so that they will not think we have brought somebody through AI.
Good evening, everyone. Wherever you're watching us from, I am Bolanle Aminata Romialu. People call me Basa. Thanks for having me on.
The one and only Basa. The one and only Basa. It's good to have you. So when we shared the flyer that we're going to have you on the show today, the first question someone asked me from the diaspora, that was 2 days ago, is where has she been all this while? This beautiful Honorable Basa, where has she been? So maybe we should start from there. Where have you been? They say I should ask you, where have you been?
I'm everywhere and working business in Abuja.
Okay.
And working in a school as well as an academy director. Yeah.
So you are more or less like an Abuja woman now, more than Ibadan.
Abuja days for a few years, and then we do Ibadan once every 3 months.
Okay. We
need to have an income gain. Nigerian politics is not a cheap place to enter or to stay in.
Oh my God. Now, let's begin the conversation this way, Honorable Basa. Some people, rumors have it that you are in a coalition, the new coalition everyone is talking about now, ADC. True or false?
Yeah, very true. I used to be there in 2018, and then I'm back there now because of the way they've run down the PDP.
Okay, you were in ADC before, then you are back there.
Yeah. Yes, I'm back there now. That's where I started my journey.
You said something now, the way they run PDP. How did they run PDP?
They run PDP down, the leaders, for their own interest.
In national,
they don't run them.
National level, or
they don't see them.
Are you talking national or
you're not seeing all the stepping, or you're not seeing all the resignation letters. Nationally, and in the states, we're not aligned. So there's no way I will stay in a party that doesn't recognize women, a party that's not ready to encourage women, and ensure that we have our 35% minimum, granted. So I can't do with such a party. So hopefully, ADC has promised it will be a party for women and youth as well. You can see from their list of the executives. This is strange. Where did it go? You can see a list of the executives that is mainly, we have women holding key positions there already. Holding key positions.
Someone listening now will be like, for Basa to say this one, I mean, how can Honorable Basa say this one? People believe you are a Seyi Makinde person now. How come you said they did not allow you guys in your state?
Yeah, Governor Seyi Makinde did not fulfill his promise of ensuring that we have at least a minimum, even if it was just 30% female affirmative action granted. It wasn't granted. So yeah, if we will not be encouraged, why would I stay? Why would I stay in a party like that? Let me just say I'm finishing in the office. I'm in the office.
So you didn't have enough women. That's why you left there. Or there's something else?
Yeah. We didn't have enough encouragement as women. You understand? The last primary, the last election, it wasn't encouraged at all. Out of 14 reps, you couldn't even have at least minimum 3 women emerge as candidates when there was a consensus procedure. The governor was able to choose the local governments he wanted, and he bought the forms for the men he wanted to reuse. The men he wanted them to return, but nothing for the women. That is wrong. And we had 3 women, I believe, emerged for reps. And we had over 20 women came out for assembly. These are women who use their own money, their hard-earned money as well, to buy the forms. So we didn't even ask for a free form. We all paid millions of naira to the PDP nationally for us to be able to aspire. You understand? So the governor was able to choose what he wanted. In the end, he had 30 assembly members. Only 2 women emerged by force, by fire, by force. Those 2 women emerged. In the rep, only 14 was all for men, no woman. Senate, 3 slots for men as well. No woman was considered. That is very wrong. And when it comes to an election, you will see them begging or telling us to come out and support them. We will be the ones in the forefront. We'll be the ones canvassing for them. At the end of the day, they just dump us when they get to where they need to get to.
Overall, if you want to aggregate this one, it's not even. I don't think it's up to 1%. Because it's so.
Don't go. Even in his cabinet, also his Excellency's cabinet, we have basically probably how many women? Less than 4, I believe, in a key position in his cabinet. Less than 4, and then you have like almost 20-something men in the commissioner slots. You understand? So it's wrong, sir.
So
anyway, all that one is old.
So this is your grievance.
All that one is old. Yeah, that's basically it. I was his advisor for 2 years. I enjoyed working with him. My work went well. However, the promise was not fulfilled that he would encourage us women. He told me categorically more than once to say, Pastor, go and relax yourself. I will support you women under the female affirmative action. But it never happened. And I saw him as somebody as a leader I could look up to, I could, grow under. And there wasn't even one phone call after the mess up. There wasn't even one phone call to say, sorry, Obasa, this is what happened. No, let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. Nothing like that.
Wow.
So that means the 3 years sacrifice I put into the party, into my job, it was of no value. to him. Whereas I know I fought for your state, I stayed in your state for all those years under a wage that's not even up to 10%, 20% what I earn normally. So I did not mind about the money. I continued to work so I could serve, and he will see that yes, this lady has potential, this lady has good things to contribute. Let's encourage her. And the other women that came out too.
Okay, there's something I want to ask you, Basa, because one thing is this: when you were his advisor, I was always coming. You know, I was not busy. I was always coming then. I mean, and I used to hear a whole lot about Basa. That's how I got to know who Basa. I was always hearing Basa. You were doing well at that time. Everybody believed. So if Governor Seyi Makinde himself saw that you were doing well, so how come he didn't give you support? Did you go to him that you wanted to vie for an elected position and he snubbed you?
So basically, in 2019, I contested to be the governor under National Interest Party. I did not step down for Governor Seyi Makinde. I did not step down for any other candidate. I fired to the end because I wanted to break that jinx. No woman has ever contested to the end. And I want to break that notion where they go, I don't I call him Daddy. Please, I need you to encourage us women as well. In 2023, when you're going for the second term, because I'll support you for 8 years, sir. If you can support me also to go for something else 2023. Ideally, I wanted Senate. However, he told me, say, Pastor, go and back yourself. I'll support you guys under the female affirmative action. We definitely need more women. Because he has daughters too now, so definitely he knows that if you don't lift us, the women will keep being pushed backwards, and all the things that need to be done for women will always be abandoned. Because I don't see any typical man that will raise the emotion to assist a woman in the house or in the Senate. So he told me to go and relax, that he will support me under the female affirmative action. That gave us confidence, and we started campaigning for rep. And then we had another woman came out as well for rep in another place, and then in my own local government too, another woman came out as well. So after like 6 months, almost 6 months to the election, they were calling me, SDP was calling me, Labour was calling me to offer me a ticket. I was like, no, my leader has already promised me, because there's going to be a consensus. He's going to choose where he wants, blah, blah, blah. Because look, nobody should fool anybody in Nigeria. It's the governors, it's the governors that decide who they want to return as reps and senate and assembly members.
Wow. If
you have a sitting governor in your state, it's the governors. Because unfortunately, some political parties are always funded by the governor. So whatever the governor wants is what that political party will do for them too. And that should be wrong. There should be a law that should be passed that every political party by force must fill minimum of 30-35% females. So for every election, INEC should make it mandatory that if you are coming out as a political party, out of your 14 reps, give me your 3 women that are going to contest or more. You understand? If they can do it like that, then there will be more women that will proudly come into the race. Because it's a gamble. For all of us, it's a gamble. And we women are very prudent. We don't like wasting money, because politics sometimes is a waste, because you don't know whether you'll be the one that will emerge in any primaries. And if you see what happened in our own last primaries, millions of naira were being given to delegates to vote for them. I was like, no, I'm not doing any primaries though. I told the governor point blank, I said, Excellency, I am not doing any primaries. There's 13 of us in my local government, myself and another woman and 11 other men. I said, choose who you want. Choose who you want. I don't want it. The same way you have chosen Oluyole, the same way you have chosen Honorable Agbowole to come back. But yeah, choose who you want in Ibadan now. And then he just bluffed it up and laughed about it, and he said, well, you guys should go to primaries. I was like, what?
Wow.
I was like, what? That is very painful,
And you were thinking,
because I knew that
you were thinking he was going to choose you. You were thinking he was going to choose you then, since he had given you assurance.
He should have chosen somebody. He should have chosen a woman, no matter what.
Okay.
Because the promise, he even said it himself to calm us down. He said, I want a minimum of 3 women for rep. I want a minimum of 3 women for assembly. By the end of the day, the rep one was ignored totally. The assembly one, if not for the leaders and whoever helped the other people, that's how they got those 2 slots. Yes, please. Sometimes they have.
There was something, Honorable Basa, there was something that I heard. I don't know how true, but since I have you live now, I want to ask that question now. That I mean, you said it earlier that your party was delisted by INEC, right? When you
yes, the National Interest Party.
Exactly.
If you don't win a seat, if you don't win a seat in any electoral cycle, they always deregister the parties that didn't win any seats.
Okay, so that was not strong enough for you, because some people said you had a good reason to have taken the election at that time, taking that election to court, which would have invalidated Governor Seyi Makinde's election, but you decided to work with him. How true?
Oh, no. That was nothing. No, that was nothing to do with me.
Okay.
That was nothing to do with me. At that time, many parties stepped down for His Excellency. The ZLP stepped down, ADC stepped down, SDP stepped down. I did not. So they are the ones, that joined hands together for his first term, right? And then they spread rumors. Some people spread rumors and said that I stepped down as well. And it was too late for me, because my people were calling me that, Excellency, is it true we have stepped down? I said, step down where? I didn't step down anywhere. We're going all the way. But it was already too late. How many people do I start calling? How many do I start telling that I did not step down? You understand?
Okay, now
so that one had nothing to do with
in Lagos yesterday, I had a show in Lagos, and the discussion was, the Falcons, they've done very well, females. The president has done them well. The Tigress are back again. They've also been done very well. Females doing us well. Toby Amuson doing us very well. Female again. There's a female lady that has done very well in English language now around the world. She's a Nigerian as well. So the females, ladies, girls, women are doing us very, very well. When are we going to be ripe? I asked the question yesterday in Lagos. When will Nigeria be ripe for a woman to actually lead states and even lead Nigeria? When are we going to be ripe for it?
So we are right for it, but the problem, like I said earlier on, is until there's a law that will be passed, I will say that any political party aspiring for an election must field women until they say so. If they don't say so, then there's no hope for us. And when you have a sitting government in any state that's not ready to promote women as well, then you are done for. Because, like I said earlier on, the governors have the power to choose who they want. All they'll do is speak to the other contenders and say, right, I will imbibe you into my cabinet, but let's have a woman here. Let's fill the woman there, let's fill the man there. So until that happens, and you know what's funny is, this PDP is a party that never encouraged women to get to any high office. I calculated that towards the end of my exiting. If you look at APC has fielded women more than once to go for governorship. Mama Taraba, may so rest in peace, she ran for governor in Taraba. Same thing with Binani, that I believe won her election, but they said she didn't win. She also ran under the APC. So what does that tell you about the PDP? So that means we're just wasting our time in PDP as women, investing our hard-earned money into the party, whereas the party is not ready to carry us along. So until all those things happen, my brother, it's going to be a struggle for women. Luckily for us in Oyo State 2027, there's not going to be any major contenders coming out that are better than Basa.
Wow.
So I have no worries. We are firing all the way to the end.
In fact, I was coming to that. I just wanted to set all of these other records straight before we now get to that one, because we hear Basa is coming for governorship again. How true?
See Tanzania, my brother, before we get into that. See Tanzania, a woman is the president, a woman is the vice president, a woman is the speaker of the house. They did a deliberate law, they passed a deliberate law years ago to insist that they must have that 35% affirmative action. That's how they ended up having a balanced cabinet. They ended up even having more women than men in their own parliament right now. So, Nigeria, wake up. Women know what to do and we will do it well. Wow. So back to my gist. Governorship has always been my ambition. I've always wanted to be the governor, and it's for certain reasons. It's for me to be able to do more for the people. I have bonded with people in Ibarapa, I've bonded with people in Ogbomoso, I've bonded with people in various places in Oyo State. Even when I heard that they want to split the state so that we'll have Ibadan states. If truly, if I wasn't connected to all those people, I'll be happy about that. because that means I can be an Ibadan governor with just 9, 10, 11 local governments, not the 33 local governments. It means more work. You understand?
Yeah.
But I didn't like that because I have already bonded with all those people. So I would love to be an Oyo State governor, not just an Ibadan governor. So that, you know, that I didn't really like it. So I'm sure it's going to take a while before that thing happens, you know, before that is put into place. Because that's going to be more expenses, more money. You'll have 2 governors in one state. You understand? It's going to cost the government a lot of money. But there you go. It is well.
You said something earlier. So many odds against the women. I mean, the nomination form alone is scary when you look at how much they sell nomination forms in Nigeria. So how do you intend to get this down 2027? Because you've got, I mean, the way you're sounding, you already got your high sight on it.
Oh, we're gonna have to do what we are gonna do. I mean, we're gonna have to do what we have to do, whether we like it or not. That's what I'm telling women. Whether we like it or not, Nigerian politics is all about money, so it's been monetized. So if you want to face an election and you know the form is 100 million, 50 million, then you have to pay that amount as well.
Wow.
If you know you want to go for that position. Wow. When you now get in there, you can now begin to change things. So that's my own plan. I am going to kill money politics in Nigeria, if God gives me the chance. So that a teacher's son or daughter can become governor without spending 5 billion, 10 billion. So that a mechanic man or a vulcanizer's child can be a senator. In Nigeria today, to be a senator, you need minimum of 300 million to 1 billion kilo day. And that money is to do what? Is to buy both. That money is to do what? Logistics. In England, where my mother is from, they are the ones that will spend money for you. They will tell you, okay, Obasa, you want to be our governor, or you sit down, we're inviting you for a meeting. The people in that area, in that state, they will join hands and meet you at that meeting. They will question you that what is your manifesto? What are you going to do for the people when you get there? When you finish talking, they'll tell you, don't worry, we believe in you, we're going to take a chance on you. Make sure when you get there, you do all those things you listed down. You've given us timelines. In 6 months, you put this in place. In 1 year, you put this in place. Oh yeah, go and be talking on radio. Make sure you are present where you need to be present. We will run the door-to-door campaign for you. We will make the posters for you. We will do the caps and the t-shirts for you. And they will begin to spend their own money on that candidate. They will go door-to-door, knocking on doors, telling people, please vote for Basa. Basa is the right candidate. She will do well for you. Can you imagine that? When are we going to get to that in Nigeria? And when it's election day, people will come out as responsible people and they will vote without asking for 1 naira. So I'm very proud of the obedience that came out. I'm proud of the Nigerians that took their destiny into their hands and came out in 2023 for that election. We need more of you. We need more of you. We have millions of people who have voters cards, but they refuse to come out and vote. For all those countries that are developed that I'm mentioning for you, they fought for it. Many died for it, for their country to be great. You had women who had to do riots and protests for them to be able to vote in the olden days in England. You had a lot of disabled people who had to fight for their rights so that banks, institutions, organizations would have ramps. They will have access to people on wheelchairs to be able to access their services. They had to fight for that too. So Nigeria, we need to wake up, please. We need to fight for our rights. We need to defend it. I love how the election went that time, because I remember in my polling unit, I was begging all these young guys and women. I was like, please vote for us. Vote for PDP. They said, madam, we know you in this area, we like you, but we're not voting your candidate. So we are voting for OP at that time. You understand? And I was impressed by them because they did not ask anybody for 1 naira. They stood there and they became agents. They were not professional politicians. They didn't know anything about being an agent, but they stood and became an agent and counted the vote for their candidates there and there. I was like, thank God, Nigeria is changing. We are moving. We are moving gradually. So we need to all enter this stage. Stop hiding in your homes, saying, nobody can kill you except God allows them to kill you. Simple as that. All our lives belong to God. So those are the things that fear our women too. Women are afraid of what I call the 3S. They are afraid of the financing, they are afraid of the fear, intimidation, and they are afraid. See, on the issue of frivolous offers, if any randy politician man asks you to do XYZ for him, you tell him politely, there's a way to lay it down. They are not monsters. The person can be a monster. And that is a monster, then you take it up to where you take it up to. So you have to enter this thing, because women, we are the ones giving birth to children nowadays, and these children have no future. You are giving birth to children in their universities, but by the time they finish that university, there is no job for them in that state. You will see graduates who are riding bikes for an income. There's nothing wrong in riding bikes, but I don't think you need to go to university to learn to be an Okada rider. is a waste of resources. You might as well have started your car riding at secondary school and be making your money. But why would you now pay millions of naira to send your child to go and study for a course, and then they came out, there's no job? Then there are no grants to help people to set them up in businesses. All that needs to be done. We know what to do, and we'll do it.
You said something now. We what we're doing today is we have not even started talking. When the time comes for campaign, we'll definitely, I know we will have you live when you talk about all of these things. What we are saying now is just the challenges facing women in Nigeria and all of that. You just mentioned one thing now, that there's a stereotype in Nigeria, especially when they see people like you who are very, very beautiful like this. This fine girl, you know. So how do we now change that narrative? That look, because you said something now very, very important, that there's a way you just plead to the conscience of whoever is asking you to do what you don't want to do. But is it true? Is it true that actually in politics there's something they call harassment, especially when people like you who look very beautiful like this?
So luckily for me, I've never had it. So I think there's a way you package yourself and they'll respect you when they see you.
With this your beauty like this? With this your beauty, you never had it?
Yes. Because guess what? I've had it once in 2018.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, I had to let the person down that, Oga, I did not enter politics to mess around. Okay. I have no plans of messing around. I'm happily married. You know, anyone that knows me, I always get people married up. I have a bridal store. I make dresses for people. People order for dresses online. 1 million naira, 2 million naira per dress. So I love weddings. So you don't hang around me and I notice you are single and I don't fix you up and say, yeah, I think you guys will be good together. Oh yeah, let's get married.
Wow.
So they run from me. They know they have no plan for marriage. That's my people around me. If they know they're not going to marry each other, I will not let them hang around. So it's the way you package yourself. For example, if I'm in a political meeting, before you know it, I'll say, hey, Nibino new Ejom Vebo console, the phone, every minute 5 minutes. I've gone to make a call. I want to talk to my husband. If my husband is calling me and I'm in a meeting, I'll say, please, sorry guys, excuse me, it's my husband, I need to respond to this. And I'll tell him I'm in a meeting, I'll call him back. So there's a way you package yourself. You have to keep telling them, even though they are tempted, even though they are eyeing you, you know that, you better don't waste your time on that lady. That lady is not interested in frivolous offers. She's not interested in things like that. So that's how it goes. You don't encourage men. You don't allow them to begin to hold your hand and hug you and things like that, because that's where it goes from. That's where they start getting the wrong vibes. they might not know that you are a person or you are a huggy person. We have people who are very huggy. You know, any little thing they hug you because they're happy people, you know, or they hold your hand. So you never know, vice versa. So it's good to let them know. Salam alaikum, wa alaikum salam. I love the Muslim, you know, I'm a Muslim person, where you're not allowed to shake hands with men. So you'll see a lot of northern men, when I meet them, they're greeting me from their distance. I'm also from my own distance. They don't stretch out their hands to take me because they know that it's haram. So all that happens. Yeah. So yeah, there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
Okay, now let's talk about, still talking about women and politics. Majority of Nigerians believe that women are actually the problem of women. That women, I mean, I've had an experience where a woman, I was actually supporting her then, when I was in the southeast then. Do you know that the people who voted for this woman were not even fellow women? Fellow women were leaving her. She was the only candidate who was a female, and they were going to vote for men. And she was like, you should come and vote for me now. I'm a female like you. So why would female leave a female and be voting for a male? What happened?
Oh, thank you. I don't understand that part. There's even a woman, she was a former first lady when I was going for governorship in 2019. She was a first lady, right? Her husband was a governor in one of our Yoruba states. I heard that the woman told someone that, why does that girl want to be governor? Why can't she go for rep? Why can't she go for something smaller? So that will just make me angry, because I am contesting with other people who have never been a rep member. They've never been a senator, right? And we are not telling them to go and go for something else. So it's me as a woman, and if you are telling to go for something lower. Governor Seyi Makinde, who succeeded on 2 terms, he was never a rep member. He was never a senator, and he wanted to be governor. And he wanted to be governor, and he became governor. Adelabu, Honorable Excellency Adelabu is your Minister of Power now. He was never a rep member, my brother. He was never a senator, and he ran for governorship the same time I was running. So I was disappointed in that woman. I was disappointed in her. Why would she talk down at a fellow woman to go for something lower? Now, talking about those who vote for us too, it happens. There was one party I was in, I call it a cockroach party. A woman was the chairman of the party, and the woman worked against me. It was supposed to be a free and fair primaries, and they worked against me and changed the list of the people that are going to vote for me, so they will not see their name, so that they will not be able to vote for me at the primary. That was a woman that was their chairman, simply because they had a candidate in America who was giving them money under the table. I was busy promoting the party and going on radio and doing my own billboards, like everything, not knowing that they had their own chosen candidate they were going to use. That's a woman. We have certain women leaders in our state that did not stand by us when it was time to stand by us. We have women who are supposed to be leaders in Oyo State, who are supposed to have fought that struggle for us, that the governor should have fulfilled at least 3 reps for female, at least 8 or 10 women for assembly. They never did that for us, my brother. So you see that problem too. But when it comes to the grassroots, I can tell you the grassroots men are ready to support their fellow women. They are ready to support us. So you see the high-end women, I don't understand where their mentality is or what their thinking is. They are not ready to promote another younger woman coming. That's why I laugh at them when they keep telling us that the Senate numbers are reducing. They tell us the numbers are reducing in women. I say, very good now. Did they grow any woman? Did they raise up any woman when they got to the Senate? Did they encourage any young women when they got to the reps? They did not. So good for them. And they'll keep dealing with them in that house until you have a nice balance. The men there will deal with the women. You have 109 senators, only 5 are women. So 104 will now work for those 5. I don't think so. You'll be buried in the Senate there. So while you're a senator as a woman, begin to hold conferences, seminars, begin to mentor young women to come up and begin to encourage them and support them. Simple as that. But they will never learn.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about ADC, where you are now. And because the way you are talking to me now is like you're very sure ADC ticket will be yours ahead of 2027.
How? I can never be sure. Nobody can be sure of anything, my brother.
Because in politics, I know there will still be primaries. You're still going to go through primaries.
Yes, so I am asking when that time comes, it should be a free and fair primaries.
Okay.
You should be able to let people stand behind who they want to vote for. Simple as that. So that there will not be any dodgy that will collect money from this one, collect money from that one, and vote for this one. Let everybody stand behind who they want to emerge as their candidate in the party. So I do not have any short tickets, but I know I am going to do my work and I'm going to do the grassroots work needed. I'll promote the party, and hopefully the party will be free and fair to us women and men in the end.
I want you to clear something about the ADC now, because some people believe ADC, in fact, they are saying is aggrieved politicians who are forming this party. That's why they are forming ADC. You talk of El-Rufai, you talk of Rotimi Amici, you talk of Atiku Abubakar, because they don't have anything to do with Tinubu. That's why they are forming this party. I mean, for someone like you, who we know, just as you said it a while ago, is all about an ambition and a party that didn't actually make you to have that ambition for you. That's why you're moving to ADC. Now, in 2027, as we move towards 2027, do you see ADC as the credible platform for a BASA?
Definitely, the ADC right now, with the ideologies and everything, they're definitely going to be good for us women and youths as well. Meaning that they're not going to charge 100 million for their own form. They're not going to charge ridiculous amounts. They need to make sure it's an amount that a young person as a man or a woman can afford, right? On the issue of the people who have coalited together, who have joined this movement, whether we like it or not, experience is needed to be able to remove any bad governance, right? So whether we like it or not, we need the experienced leaders involved as well, because experience matters. See what I've gone through since 2018 when I've been contesting. I have learned a lot along the way, and I know what to amend or adjust or work on, right? So it's not about just being aggrieved. It's about not happy with the situation of the country. The more the people are in peril, or the more the people are struggling, the more the problems come to us, the regular people who are close to the grassroots. I had a call today from one of my nannies who used to help me with the boys. She had not worked for me for over 8 years, but we stayed together. She would check up on me, greet me, etc. She is married and she went to the hospital, did not know her child was dead in her womb already. A 7-month-old baby is dead. Now they have to evacuate that child, and they're telling her to pay 250,000 naira. Please, where does this lady, she has her own salon now, where does she find 250,000 naira? This is just a regular Nigerian trying to make ends meet. Where will she find 250,000 naira when her income is less than 100? So now, who's going to help now? Obviously, she has me as one of her contacts. She has been good to me. That's why I always tell people that you must always stay good to who you work with, because you never know when you will need that contact. Your wages can never. Look, I need this. Your wages can never carry you. Your wages can never carry you with Nigerian problems. So all these leaders you're talking about, I'm sure they all have their own different. They all have their own missions. They have people reaching out to them and asking them to do X, Y, Z for them. So plenty bukata on all our tables, and we want it to change. So yes, ADC can do it if we all join hands together to make it happen.
Okay.
ADC will change.
Okay, let me ask you. Let me now ask you about. I mean, you're an Abuja-based woman. You guys are the ones enjoying now, so you might not have much to say about. You might not have much to say about the present government.
Okay. I'm not in the present government cabinet. I'm not with them.
That's why I want to ask you. That's why I want to ask you this question. Why do I want to ask you this question? Truthfully, as a Yoruba lady, do you feel the Yoruba president is getting it right?
So I think what could be happening, because I don't know him one-on-one, I've only met the president once. I feel what is happening is he does not have enough good people. So if, for example, I want to be the governor of my state now, if you see how Oyo State is so big, from Akinyele to Shaki East, Shaki West, you drive almost 3 hours to get there. There is no way a sitting governor whose secretariat is in Ibadan will be able to know what problems are happening in Shaki East or West. He can never know what is happening live in Ogbomoso North until he decides that, okay, I want to visit and go and see whether my projects happened. I want to see whether my commissioner on infrastructure did the right job. You understand all that thing?
Yeah.
For example, I'll give you an example of how I feel it goes around him. There was a time the president pushed out money to each state in Nigeria. I'll try and get my figures right. I believe billions of naira. And he told each state government to use that money to empower the people of their states. I don't know what happened to that money in many states in Nigeria. I don't know whether they used it. I've never asked about Oyo State to know what happened. But in the northern part, a friend of mine called me and said, Basa, the governor of the state, his SA called me and told me to give him 20 slots because the guy is a northerner. He's from the same state. I don't want to mention the state. He's in the northeast. So the guy now sent 20 names to the SA to submit because the governor wants to give 20 slots to each of those who have been in the struggle, who've aspired but they didn't get their ticket, etc. More or less like a compensation for them to give their own constituents to share the 20 slots. Each of their person will get 200,000 naira each for business. So the guy submitted 20 names of his people with phone number and bank accounts. The SA even called him back and said, one bank account is not right. That GT account, can you check it and correct it? That shows you that they did their due diligence. They confirmed that the bank accounts are working back. So he figured out there was a mistake in the GT account. So he corrected it and sent it back to the guy. The guy called him again and said, you have to buy forms for them. I believe 2,000 naira per form. So that we open a form for them so they will get the money for business. So he sent 2,000 times 20 people, 40K, right? Till today, this is 1 year later. 1 naira did not enter anybody's account.
Haba.
But guess what? The president sent the money to each state.
Imagine.
My brother. So sometimes it's not always about who is the president. It's always about who is surrounding the people as well. The president or the governors as well. And sometimes you have governors who will never push any money into any ministry for their people to work. It's the governor that will sit on all the budgets, all the money themselves. So how can the governor fix roads, fix clinics, fix schools, fix... That's why you have cabinet members. The cabinet members are meant to do all these jobs for you. You cannot sit on it alone. Test them. If you give them 100 million as their budget, see what they will do. If they don't do it right, you sack them and put another person there. They will know this one is a no-nonsense governor. But when you don't give them anything to work with, how will all the problems be met? You as a man or a woman, you only have your own passions. You do not have every single passion. For example, me, if I become when I become the governor, my deputy governor will have sectors that he will work under. I have my own passion for the sectors I want, which is anything to do with welfareism, which is anything to do with education, which is anything to do with health. But you see, everything else, the deputy governor can handle it. Security will do security together because I want it to be tight and hard. So a governor must be ready to share these sectors and genuinely fund these ministries so that these ministries can function. You can't see everything. The other day I was going to this Erua. If you see one long road like this, very slim road, I saw 5 children walking to go to school in the morning. These children were no more than 5 years old, 6 years old. These children were no more than 5 years, 6 years old, and they were on an express. And we could have been kidnappers because there was nobody else on that express apart from these children and us.
Wow.
So we parked. You know, the children stood still. They were looking scared at us in front. That who are these guys? All my security men jumped out of the car. I was like, don't rush and go and meet them or they will run. No. They think we want to kidnap them. Just wait, let somebody pass by. Luckily for us, an Okada rider passed by and he stood with the children to protect them. He doesn't know them, but he guessed that they are from one village near there. So I had to go and meet the Okada rider. I thank you for stopping, please. We're not kidnappers. My name is Bolanle. I want to know where these little children are going at 7:30 in the morning. He said, can't I see they're wearing uniform? That they're going to the school. I said, where is the school? My brother, if you see the bush, you see the long bush, I couldn't find any school. But the man pointed, he said, inside that bush, all the way down, that's where their school is. That they are from one village over there. I said, oh, wow. I had to collect the Okada man's number. I said, I'm coming to come and see their parents and see them and ask them, why would you let these children go to school by themselves? If the school is far away, let them be taught in their community there, in their area there. What are they going to go and learn with their life on 3 years old, 5 years old, 4 years old? The oldest were probably 9. The one ushering them. So a governor cannot see all the problem. You need to put proper people in place to be able to help you. When you know they're not doing their work, you replace them with somebody else. Simple as that.
Wow, Honorable Basa, we will have. I know you will still find time. We will find time. We'll talk more. We'll have enough time to talk. People, as we are talking, people have been calling, but for a reason I decided not to take the calls because there are some things that I don't want us to. But let me read some messages. We have less than 5 minutes to wrap up. Let me read some messages so that in one statement you can just acknowledge. This one from Timothy from Ibadan North said, "Good idea this afternoon. I'm enjoying the show. God bless you, presenter, and God bless Honorable Basa." He said, I'm glad to hear her voice again. Thank God you asked her where she's been. I've always wanted to know where she has been all this while. The question is, can Basa fight dirty as our politics is in Nigeria? That's a question for you.
Thank you, Mr. Timothy, for that question. I am almost a rumiti kakaji kukube, lonji kasa loju ogun. Osiwere, Adoma Fadele, I'm a very good governor. Wow. Going all the way.
I like that.
All the way.
Okay, this one says, my name is Blessing from Ologuneru. Say, big ups. I love how you brought this honorable today. I would have loved to see her face. We actually wanted to do a video, but for a reason we don't worry. But you are seeing her picture as we are having the conversation. So I can't wait for her to come in 2027. I will vote for her. You heard that?
Oh, bless you. Thank you so
okay.
much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Because I have plans.
Okay. Honey Drop the Feminist. Honey Drop the Feminist says, a good one. Watching you from Lagos, says, we love it. And this one also from Honorable Kayode Adeola says, this is great, amazing, and fantastic. He said, beautiful. And watching you from Ibadan North LGA. So everybody is applauding Honorable Basa. One question for you is, when will Honorable Basa be live so that the Ibadan people can speak to you live?
Okay, your show happens which days?
Yeah, of course.
Which days of the week?
This one particularly every Wednesday, although we have other shows as well. This one, this one is pure politics and is every Wednesday 4 to 5 p.m.
Okay, and which other one is there? Because I can be there next week Wednesday. I'm going to be in Ibadan this weekend. We have an election coming up for a by-election, Ibadan North.
Okay.
Ibadan North. So please, anybody watching, we need you to support our candidate, Dexter ADC, August. You are doing campaign without paying. No, I'm not going to support you. You two, you have to be part of those that will steal money politics.
Most definitely. I I always support the women. I love supporting women a whole lot.
So I appreciate you.
It's good to have you. Don't worry, we'll do this again. We'll keep doing this because Nigeria must be better. That has been one of my the things I've been fighting for everywhere I go.
There's no place like home, my brother. I told you my mom is white. Anytime I'm in England, I can't wait to come back to Nigeria and eat my amala, eat my ewedu. So I always know that this is home. Definitely. So all our people that are abroad, they are not happy that they are staying there because they just want a stable life. They don't want when you are sitting down like to go on your head. They don't want the one where you don't know who's coming to kidnap you at any point. But we have to repair our country. I am ashamed when we go places and they say, "Where are you from, Nigeria?" They look down on us. I want them to be able to say, "Wow, Nigeria, what a great country." That's what I want, my brother.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bola. We've been speaking with Honorable Bola Lesarumi. Basa is what we call her. Everybody calls her Basa. It's good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you're very, very busy. We do appreciate you. So we'll do this some other time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right.
Help me with the recording so I can share it as well to my people as well.
We'll definitely, yes. We'll give you the link. All right. Okay, so let's begin to wrap up the show this time. Of course, as you heard, Basa will be live on radio. Yes, right here with us. So keep it locked right here. My name is Pretty. I'll be back in the next 1 hour to bring you the cruise show as a pure entertainment show. But for now, on Politics or Melody, let's rest it today. Of course, big ups to Adenike Adesoye, and of course, Marcos Agbeniga, Moses, and every other person making things happen. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one. Keep your head up. Nigeria must be great. And it begins with you and I and with all of us. Good evening, and thanks for being there.